Victoria Falls is one of Africa's most famous natural attractions and one of the world's 7 natural wonders. After experiencing the absolutely amazing Iguazu Falls last summer on the border of Brazil and Argentina, we were excited to see the world's 2nd biggest waterfall system. Like Iguazu Falls, Victoria Falls is split across the border of 2 countries, in Zambia and Zimbabwe. We flew from Johannesburg to Livingstone, Zambia, and spent 2 days based on the Zambian side of the falls. On our first day, we took a taxi from our guest house to the Zambian side of the waterfalls.
Give them their passports, and again, like, I made a U-turn coming back. 01, I was here in Livingstone.
Good morning from Victoria Falls from the Zambian side. We're staying for a couple days here in Livingstone, and today we're heading out to check out one of the world's most impressive waterfalls. As always, we arrived early at the falls to have this world wonder to ourselves before the tour groups arrived later on in the morning. The Zambian side gave us great panorama views. The knife edge bridge and lookouts provide fantastic views of the falls. It was a joy to see the lookouts without anyone there first thing in the morning. Bring a rain jacket, as you might get a little wet depending on what time of year you come. We were here in July, which is the drier season, but we were still glad we had our rain jackets as we got hit by loads of mist in a couple of the viewpoints. After hitting all the upper viewpoints, we hiked down to the Boiling Pot Trail.
Oh, here we go.
This trail takes you all the way down to the river to get a different view from underneath the famous Victoria Falls Bridge, which lies exactly on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. Fun getting to Victoria Falls pretty much before everyone this morning. We got here right about 8 o'clock, so we've done about 3 miles, and just an absolutely spectacular place to visit for one of the best waterfalls in the world. Not every day you can have your picnic lunch right on the top of Victoria Falls. The Victoria Falls area has a lot of options for activities, from river cruises to helicopter flights to trips into game parks in Botswana, Zimbabwe, or Zambia. Looking at the options, we opted for the whitewater rafting, as Cece had never been rafting before, and we definitely like more adventurous activities. Mono Adventures picked us up at our guest house at 8:30 and took us out to run rapids 14 through 25. We had our safety talk
Okay, we have Andrew, Clement,
and then hiked straight down a narrow trail which took us all the way down to the riverbanks of the Zambezi, one of Africa's great rivers. This is going to be fun, whitewater rafting on the Zambezi River. Cece's first time ever rafting. Woohoo! And definitely a cool corner of the world. First time rafting ever.
I'm excited.
On top, everyone, on top.
The raft guides do a great job making you feel comfortable and keeping the positive vibes.
The brown one we call the rhinestone. The rhinestone are easily to fall.
We really enjoyed the feeling of being out on the water, and it was a great workout paddling all morning. I was able to get my GoPro out a few times when we weren't required to paddle and we weren't hanging on to the raft as we were navigating the Class 3 to Class 5 rapids.
Going good.
By the early afternoon, we had made it through the final rapids and started the steep, hot hike out of the canyon. Not every day that you get to be rafting on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. This is a decent hike up from the river here. For some people, this is probably the hardest part, is the hike, to get up from the banks of the river all the way to the pickup spot up here.
I'm feeling good.
That was fun, huh?
I'm strong.
Once we got to the top, the pickup staff was there providing us with sandwiches, samosas, nuts, drinks, and other snacks for lunch. We then drove for about an hour past little villages full of school children back to the town of Livingston. In the late afternoon, we made our way across the border from Livingston to Victoria Falls to spend our next day in Zimbabwe before flying out from the Vic Falls airport on day 4. Good morning from Victoria Falls, Zimbabwe. Today we're going to be running a mile or two down from our guest house to Victoria Falls, a Zimbabwean side, and hopefully be some of the first people down there this morning. Looks like we are the first ones in the gate here at beautiful Victoria Falls. We always love getting to world-class places to enjoy them before the crowds of people arrive. The Zimbabwean side gets you closer to the falls, and you follow the signs as they guide you to the lookouts. Viewpoint number 2 here in the early morning. Amazing views with the sun and the mist behind us. Several of the lookouts are walls of mist as the waterfalls are crashing down right in front of you into the river. It's cool, huh?
Oh, it's awesome.
Lookouts number 14 and 15 were our favorite spots, as the views open up of both the Zimbabwean and Zambian side of the falls. Oh, that was the best spot by far, spot number 15. If you get here early morning like we did and there's no one there, it's really a joy to look down on just a huge, like 180-degree view of the falls. We had packed bread, peanut butter, and honey into my backpack, so we busted out our food and had a great little picnic breakfast at the best lookout of Victoria Falls. Not a bad place to have breakfast here. Look at these views. We were able to finish our breakfast just in time before tour groups started arriving. Once again, we were glad we got up early, as having the falls to ourselves before the groups arrive is a really special feeling. We made our way back along the lookouts toward the entrance before exiting the park. Since the Zimbabwe side of the falls is right on the border, we took advantage and walked out to the famous Victoria Falls Bridge, which connects the two countries. Conveniently, you can get a bridge pass to walk out on the bridge so you don't have to worry about immigration. Here at the famous bridge, which divides Zimbabwe and Zambia, we spent the afternoon walking around the quiet, tree-lined streets that even have a couple of giant baobab trees in Victoria Falls, which are famous for having animals like baboons, warthogs, and sometimes even elephants which wander the streets. Getting 2 pizzas for $12 at the local Chicken and Pizza Inn was the perfect way to end the day. The Victoria Falls area is one of the must-visit places in southern Africa, and we enjoyed our 3 days here, getting a taste for both sides of the falls and rafting down the mighty Zambezi River.